down the idea of after parties. No after parties tonight, okay? None. Take your home after this. That's why I did it on a Monday.
In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation.
Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane.
Fresh off the guard stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, I mean, damn, pause, but like that.
Okay, buckle up because this tea is scorching. Kevin Hart, yes, Mr. Laugh at My Pain himself, stood on that BET award stage and basically tried to convince the world he's done with Hollywood's wild party life. Like he shaded the whole after-party culture like he was above it all. But guess who's not buying it for 1 second? Katt Williams. And let me tell you, he's got receipts, and honey, it's messy.
And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you.
Katt came out swinging. He straight up called Kevin's little speech fake, and full of lies. And the kicker, he reminded us all that Kevin wasn't just a partygoer. He's been spotted at Diddy's notorious after parties. Oh, and let's not forget, Kevin has even hosted his own ragers. Like, what are we doing, Kev? Why pretend?
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it. No.
Now the internet is buzzing. People are whispering, is Kevin backing away to save face while Diddy's empire crashes and burns? But Katt's not here for any soft takes. According to him, Kevin's just putting on a show, a big old Hollywood illusion. And considering Kevin's been tangled up in party circles with a lot of familiar faces, folks are putting 2 and 2 together. And the picture it paints? It's not pretty. Honestly, Kevin's past is like a reality show with too many scandalous episodes to count. Fame didn't clean him up. In fact, it might have just made him bolder. You'd think the millions and the mainstream success would mellow someone out, right? Not Kevin.
Well, Kevin Hart's job hosting the 91st Academy Awards lasted just 2 days. The actor and comedian was announced as the host Tuesday afternoon, but overnight Hart stepped down following an outcry over previous.
And speaking of fireworks, the feud between Kevin and Katt just exploded again recently. It all started simmering again after Katt appeared on Shannon Sharpe's podcast and he came in hot. 3 hours of jaw-dropping, name-dropping chaos. Katt wasn't pulling punches. He threw jabs at Steve Harvey, Michael Blackson, Ricky Smiley, and even Cedric the Entertainer. But the biggest shots, those were saved for Kevin.
Most comedians don't get booed enough. I mean, this is how you end up with a Michael Blackson who's a real African doing a fake African accent. Okay,
Katt called Kevin a straight-up industry plant. He said Kevin lied about how he rose to fame, and you could feel the sting in every word. These two have gone back and forth for years. Little shade, not so subtle insults, snide interviews. This beef's been slow cooked for a long time.
We had Big Mama's house 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I've never seen Medea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on poor little Kevin Hart? Because it was his turn next.
One of the OG shots fired was way back in 2014 when TMZ caught Katt out and about. When they asked him who the funniest athlete was, Katt went full savage. He slammed Shaquille O'Neal and Russell Simmons, saying they should stay in their lane. Then he dragged Kevin into it, throwing this absolutely wild line. "Get out of here, you bum, before I take the rest of your girls like you took Kevin Hart from me. I want my B back." Like, what?
It's all-star get out of here, you before I take the rest of your girls. Like you took Kevin Hart from me. I want back.
Fast forward to 2021, and Katt was still lighting Kevin up. On a Baltimore radio show, he told host Persian Nicole that he would easily beat Kevin in a comedy battle. "It's almost cheating for me," he said. And honestly, the man listed his accolades like a resume on steroids. 10+ specials, dozens of TV appearances, even an Emmy. He was basically saying, Kevin who? And listen, this isn't just petty drama. Katt might actually have a point, because things with Kevin, they're getting more suspicious by the day. Let's talk about The Rock. Yes, Dwayne Johnson, everyone's favorite giant sweetheart. He recently posted a sweet little video on Instagram, a montage of Kevin making fun of him. It seemed wholesome at first, but fans started looking deeper.
Comedian, this is my 19th 100 city tour. I'm not gonna have a conversation with these lazy.
People started asking what's really going on with Kevin and The Rock. Some fans think there's more to their bromance than meets the eye, especially when Kevin hosted a party recently that was downright shady. The name, the Dirty Money Party. Like, hello, could you scream suspicious timing any louder?
Oh, this is a good question. Why is Dwayne Johnson called The Rock? Well,
He's stupid.
what do you mean that I'm stupid?
IQ.
That
Dwayne is dumb as a rock.
No.
But this wasn't just some fun night out. Oh no, this was a peek into a hidden world. The vibe, opulence, secrecy, big personalities making bigger deals in the shadows. Diddy and Kevin weren't just drinking cocktails and laughing at memes. These were alliances being forged, relationships being reinforced, and that right there made folks nervous, very nervous. So who came through with the raw, unfiltered commentary? DJ Academics. Academics didn't hold back. He talked about that party like it was a surreal movie, and he was your sarcastic, truth-telling narrator. The man pulled back the curtain on all that celebrity vibe stuff and exposed the dark little truths hiding in plain sight. He said what we were all thinking. This was a spectacle, not a celebration, a whole dang performance. He pointed out how these stars, like Kevin and Diddy, are constantly acting, playing roles, spinning narratives, crafting images like it's second nature. They weren't just hanging out, they were putting on a show. And Academics didn't stop there. He went deeper, pulling the strings and showing how power, image, influence, and strategy are always working behind the scenes in Hollywood. What looks like a casual night out is often a chessboard of egos, deals, and dirty secrets. Academics kept pushing. He made it crystal clear these events aren't just about fun and fame. They're calculated. These after parties are where the real deals go down, where alliances are born, where careers are made or destroyed. He said it point blank. If you're not in the room, you're not in the circle. And Kevin Hart, he was right in the center of it, shaking hands, smiling wide, but who knows what promises were whispered behind closed doors. He slammed the celebrity hypocrisy too. All these stars preaching about causes and values, then partying in excess, in million-dollar mansions, dripping in champagne and secrets. Academics was like, y'all say you care, but your actions scream selfish. And let's talk about mental health, fame, and that pressure to keep up appearances. Academics gave a rare perspective, a little compassion buried in the shade. He said, the pressure these celebs face, the need to always perform, always win, always shine, it's exhausting. You lose yourself, and honestly, Kevin might be right in the middle of that spiral.
Oh, Fab came to party. Oh, shit.
He wasn't done. He said these parties aren't just for clout, they're for power. That's where favors are traded, where deals are inked in silence. Visibility, baby. That's the currency of Hollywood. Being seen with the right people at the right time, wearing the right smile. And Kevin knows the game all too well. But Academics also called it out. How these same celebs push values in private, yet live like emperors in private. The contradiction is glaring. He practically screamed, don't talk about activism and humility, then throw a party like the Dirty Money Bash. He even touched on how fake it all feels. How these posts, these videos, these smiles, they're curated like ads. Kevin and Diddy, they know their brand depends on this. One false move and it all crumbles. And then came the Rock Nation brunch.
This is like one of like kids. Yo, come into the candy truck. It's just a white van that's sprayed.
Oh, the brunch, that glittering event where celebs dress like royalty and talk about success like they invented it. Kevin and Diddy were front and center, giving speeches, laughing, looking like they didn't have a single care in the world. But Katt Williams wasn't buying it, and neither were we. Behind that picture-perfect facade, a whole different energy, carefully rehearsed, masterfully crafted. These were two powerful men making moves. It was less about friendship and more about image. Hart and Diddy were performing a dance, a symphony of smiles meant to say, look at us. We're unstoppable, and it worked. Cameras flashed, social media buzzed, fans ate it up. But if you looked closer, you'd see the strategy. Every handshake, every glance, it was for the cameras, for the brands. Their public friendship wasn't just personal, it was business. And honey, they knew exactly what they were doing. Beyond the brunch, they've been appearing together at award shows, charities, even private events. Always grinning, always vibing. And every time, it wasn't just a reunion, it was a message. We're still on top. That kind of alignment isn't accidental. These two understood the power of the united front, especially in a world ready to pounce on any scandal or sign of weakness.
More family, more freedom, more ownership, more wins. Anybody else got anything else I forgot? Goddamn right, I got one. Yeah.
And oh boy, their fans eating it up. Every photo, every Instagram story, they'd go viral in seconds. People weren't just watching, they were invested. They shipped them like a power duo. But don't get it twisted. Those viral posts, they weren't all jokes and selfies. Mixed in were subtle plugs for their next ventures, movies, products, events. A friendship built on business strategy. A duo dancing through fame like pros. And when controversy popped up, they handled it with grace. Redirected the narrative with a joke, a funny clip, a look how happy we are video. They knew the drill. Control the image, control the story. Kevin brought the wild energy, Diddy brought the cool. Together, they played every room like masters. But underneath it all, many layers. And then came the darker conversations, Hollywood and race. People started noticing Black actors, especially the famous ones, seemed stuck in a weird loop, being pushed into the same roles, the same stereotypes. And the internet began asking hard questions. Are these men really in control of their image, or are they playing a game that's rigged from the start? And when you talk about stereotypes, you can't ignore Kevin's history with cross-dressing roles.
Pope Conventionate is lifting her arms into her signature muscle man pose.
It all blew up when Kevin wore a dress for a TV skit. Fans were livid. This was the same guy who once swore he'd never sell out like that, never play into Hollywood's humiliating tricks. And then there he was, in a wig and a dress on screen. People didn't just feel betrayed, they felt lied to. Even Dave Chappelle jumped into the fire. He said Kevin was being manipulated, tricked, controlled by powerful Hollywood insiders.
But there's an awareness of where the void is. So now I take that and I make sure I apply it to mine. I don't want to do it.
He chose integrity. That's why they tried to bury him. But Kevin, he sold himself to Hollywood. And then another comment, it broke the internet. Kevin Hart is basically mini Diddy now. You think Diddy calls him that too? Let that sink in. People are done pretending this is just harmless fun and innocent connections. The truth is peeking through the glitter. And with Katt Williams spilling more tea than ever before, the curtain is starting to fall on the illusion. This is just the beginning. See you in the next scandal.